Welcome to part 2 of my RC4WD Drive Chevy Blazer build. As you can see, good news. The temperatures have briefly risen enough to enable me to prime the body and apply the white portions of the body, and it's gone on really well. I'm really pleased with it. What I've used is a Ford Diamond White to do the stripe along the side, and also on the roof here, part of the A-pillars there and down the back here, and obviously the bed cover. It's worked out really well. I'm quite pleased with that. What I'm going to do for the body, sort of the remaining part, the bonnet and above the stripe and below the stripe, is use this bronze that I found, which I'm really pleased with. It's actually called a Ford Aztec bronze, and I think that's going to look nice alongside that white. Now what I thought I'd do while I had the setup here is just give you a size comparison of the body. I know some people want to know how it compares in size to some other sort of well-known models, so what I thought I'd do is I'd turn this round, put it there for you, and then maybe put some other trucks alongside so you can get an idea of the difference in width. I have here my RC4WD Drive Cruiser, so let's sit that alongside so you can get an idea. As you can see, the Blazer is considerably wider, a little bit lower. In terms of actual length, the Blazer, if you ignore the spare wheel I've got on the back of the Cruiser, the Blazer is roughly an inch longer with the bumper lined up. Obviously I don't have the Chevy Blazer bumper on, so you might have to pull that forward. So maybe 1.5 inches longer in total. Take that one away and put my Land Rover D110 alongside. Just so you can get a comparison there. In terms of length on these, which I know you can't see from there, the Land Rover's, it's about 1 inch longer as well. And then the final one I've got is my Truggy, which is where the HiLux body that was on the Trailfinder chassis ended up. That's on my Truggy now. You can see it's considerably narrower than the Blazer body. So I thought that would be interesting just from a size comparison. So what I could do is perhaps do a back view on the Cruiser as well. I can turn this around safely without dropping it. I don't want to scuff this paint up, it's not fully hardened yet. Alright, there's a rear view anyway, just so you can get a rough idea anyway. Alright, let's take the Cruiser away. Now I've also been working on the front, the radiator grille and the light bevels. As you can see, I've just done some detailing there. I was concerned about how difficult it was going to be, how laborious to paint in all those sections there. But Darkside over on the RC Sparks forum suggested the easiest way would be to make a wash, basically thin some paint, and then just wash it all over, and then rub it away from the top surface, just leaving it in the recesses there. So that reminded me that I had this Citadel paint called Nuln Oil, which is basically a ready-made wash really. So what I did with that was I took my brush and loaded it up, really heavy so that it was practically dripping off, and then just brought it over and just dabbed it into each space with a heavy loading, and that just wicked down into the gap and created a little pool or puddle in the bottom of each recess. And once I'd done all of them, I just sat it on the top of a radiator to dry, and obviously the excess evaporated away and left a nice coating on there. Now I've noticed, looking at Blazers online, actual, you know, full-size Blazers, that there are a lot of different grille patterns. The one that this one seems to be most common with is models that are listed as being from 73. And I've noticed on those there's also a black line around here, which I'm going to do, and also in a lot of them, in the light recess here, it's black as well, or in some of them it's actually sort of a silvery or grey alloy colour. So what I'll probably do is I've sanded them down already. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but what I'll probably do is put some primer in there and then just do those in black as well, just to finish that off so it looks nice. One other thing I've been looking at is the tailgate. I've noticed that on, not all of them, but quite a few of them, there's a metallic strip here. It's kind of like a brushed chrome stainless steel type finish. I mean, some of them are just white, some of them are just body colour. But I thought it'd be nice to try and do that effect. And I remembered that I had this, I bought this mirrored chrome sheet, and on the reverse side it's actually got that kind of brushed effect. So I'm hoping that I can cut this out nicely without folding the edges over, and cut it to size and fit it on there. And I think that will look really nice and finish it off nicely. So that's my update for now. Hopefully I'll get the bronze paint on for the next update, and it's going to really start coming together. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next update.